Hi students, this is Ajanta ma'am. Please like, subscribe my videos for a complete analysis into your poems, your short stories as well as your play. Today this is probably the third or the fourth video that I am doing for the poem Telephone Conversation. Do check out my other videos for an in-depth analysis into the poem. Today I shall be discussing a question as to how does the man perceive the landlady in Soyinka's poem The Telephone Conversation, and whether his perception is aligned with her behavior. Now, since the poem Telephone Conversation talks about racism, the first person narrator has a rather nasty experience of rejection to forewarn the landlady that he is an African and giving her the chance to turn him down without a wasted journey. He is at least suspicious that she may be racist, but this is based on the behavior of others, and therefore he takes it upon himself on telling her that he is of West African sapia. And he hates wasted journeys. Her first question, however, takes him by surprise when she questions him as to how dark or light he is. This is a different variety of the prejudice, and he was not ready for this. He was very surprised at the question. Rather than dividing people into black and white, the landlady is scaling him on the basis of his skin color as to how dark and as to how light he is. Whether he is towards the brown side or whether he is very, very dark. Now this triggers the narrator, since it is no less racist than a simple division or bifurcation. Still discriminating based on skin color seems less rational, and the narrator becomes increasingly irritated by the lady's inquiries and the difficulty of answering such a foolish question with a lot of intelligence. He therefore resorts to sarcasm when he goes on to classifying his body parts according to the color with pointless exactness that she demands. Although we hear very little from this woman that this man is talking to, her nagging the same point just justifies his, his annoyance. That is, that's almost, he's so angry with this person in finding a new variety of color prejudice with which to cope. He knew that people divided black and white, but this was something else which he was not ready. So this woman is, rather than, she's silent in the beginning, suggesting that, when he said that he was of the West African sapia, When the landlady asks about the speaker's skin tone, the speaker uses the term West African sapien and compares it to the color in his passport, which rather confuses the landlady. And the speaker's response to the landlady's ignorance and the crude attempt to scale him on the basis of how dark he is speaks of the speaker's frustration and the landlady's narrow-mindedness. Even though she seems to be belonging from a good background, because he says lipstick coated, long gold rolled cigarette holder. So education has nothing to do with this kind of behavior that the author tries to point out, that even though she seems to be from a respectable background, the landlady is, very, very racist, and she's stuck in the past and the colonial viewpoint. So her persistent and dispiriting difficulties, the colonized people had to endure while dealing with their colonizers is the same way this person, this narrator, is dealing with this kind of racism or prejudice that this woman is making him go through. The man is perplexed, ashamed, because the way the woman tries to ask him about the color of his body and scale him 1 to 10 as to how dark he is, and therefore his anger makes him use a lot of sarcasm, and by which, especially the insensitivity of the lady, forces the man to give up his facade of being polite and being formal. And in a satirical tone, he mocks the lady by saying that he is not at all black. The palms of his hands and the soles of his feet are white, and he knows that the landlady will never be convinced by the black complexion that he bears. But still, his sarcastic tone brings forth the racial hatred and the discrimination based on race and color of the skin that permeates the society. Thank you.